A man goes missing while working at a feed processing plant in Crosby, Ohio. Little did anyone know within just a few days they would be sealing away what was left of him in radioactive waste barrels and shipping him off to the state of Nevada. This is the mysterious death of David Bach. You see, back in 1984, this plant was secretly processing uranium for the United States government, and part of Dave's job within the maintenance department was to keep tabs on the amount of radioactive waste being released from the facility, which, unbeknownst to the public at the time, was a heck of a lot. And Dave was among the few people in that plant who would have known just how much it actually was. So here we are. The night of Dave's disappearance would start off just like any other. He, along with a specific coworker, would always carpool together from the same parking lot. And at this point in time, everything seemed to be normal. However, his coworkers would notice a couple of abnormalities throughout the course of his shift. Dave is seen having what seemed to be an argument with a supervisor in said supervisor's vehicle. Just a short while later, he is seen walking to a building which was not assigned to him during his shift. This would be the last time anyone saw Dave alive and in one piece. At 7:30 a.m., he would fail to show up for a safety meeting. However, an additional 16 hours would go by before they realized something is not right. That coworker in which he always rode to work with had previously assumed Dave had just been trying to gain some extra hours and would find his own way home. Well, at 11:30 p.m., that coworker shows up to the parking lot and realizes Dave never made it back to his car after their previous shift. Dave is now officially a missing person, and at this point, they start going over the data logs to these massive furnaces that are used to process the uranium. Lo and behold, a temperature drop is found in one of these furnaces, indicating a foreign object has somehow found its way inside. They remove the lid, and what they find is heartbreaking: a human bone laying right by the opening. Immediately, they would seize and desist all operations within the entire facility. Moreover, further investigation would require an additional 48 hours to allow the contents of the furnace to cool down. When it finally did, they would find Dave's glasses, a wire with 3 loops, his keys, steel toes from his work boots, a couple of pieces from his walkie-talkie, and a few more bone fragments. Now here's where things get weird. Harry Easterling, the coworker in which Dave carpooled with every single day, would report seeing Dave's keys in a maintenance closet next to his toolbox after that safety meeting had occurred at 7:30 a.m. In addition to this, another employee would report seeing a plant supervisor locking Dave's toolbox as well as messing around with his keys. Moreover, his family as well as many other coworkers thoroughly believed Dave was about to blow the lid on just how much they had been polluting the surrounding area. As a matter of fact, that same year it was discovered that millions of pounds of uranium dust was being released into the air. Now at this point, it is worth pointing out this case still remains unsolved to this day. There just simply was not enough evidence to say whether or not he had entered on his own accord, whether it was an accident, or if he had been murdered. And unfortunately for Dave's family, his remains are too contaminated to handle safely, and still to this day they have not been able to give him a proper burial, which is how